You're wasting your 20s. Not because you're lazy, but because you're distracted. Every day feels busy, yet nothing changes. You scroll, you laugh, you save posts called motivation. But deep down, you know you're not moving anywhere. And the scariest part? You don't even feel the cage anymore. The system doesn't need chains anymore. It needs your attention. They've built a world where comfort feels like progress. You wake up, check your phone, and 1,000 people tell you who to be before you even brush your teeth. You compare, you desire, you scroll again, and just like that, another day is gone. Not stolen, traded. Traded for dopamine. You keep saying, I have time, but time isn't something you have. It's something you spend. Every night you promise yourself, tomorrow I'll start. But tomorrow never comes because comfort keeps you calm enough to forget you're drowning. And one day you'll wake up and realize you're closer to 30 than you thought. And the fire you once had is now just smoke. You think you're grinding, but most of it is digital noise. Watching success podcasts isn't progress. Saving reels about discipline isn't discipline. Planning your dream life for the 100th time isn't the same as living it. You're addicted to the feeling of improvement, not improvement itself. That's the trap of your 20s. You confuse motion with direction. Your biggest enemy isn't failure, it's comfort. Comfort tells you, you're fine, you'll figure it out later. But comfort is a liar. It whispers peace while stealing your potential. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you build a wall between who you are and who you could have been. Here's the truth no one tells you. You don't get your 20s back. This is the only decade where you can afford to fail, where you can build, break, and rebuild. But instead, you waste it chasing temporary highs. You're not tired, you're overstimulated. You've seen so much, yet done so little. The world moves fast, but you're standing still, watching. The system doesn't want thinkers, it wants consumers. Every swipe is data, every scroll is profit. They've turned your curiosity into a product, and the more you consume, the less you create. Until one day, you forget that you ever had dreams of your own. One day, you'll remember these days, the nights you wasted, the mornings you snoozed. You'll remember how you said, just one more video, just one more scroll. And you'll wish you could go back, not to change the past, but to start sooner. Regret doesn't come suddenly. It grows quietly inside every later. Your enemy isn't society. It's not the algorithm. It's you. The version of you that knows what to do but doesn't. The version that keeps waiting for motivation. The one that hides behind excuses and comfort. You can't kill that version overnight, but you can starve it. Every time you act when you don't feel like it. You won't change your life in one day, but one day can change your life. Turn off the noise, move in silence, start building something, anything. Because the truth is, no one's coming to save you. And no one cares how much potential you had, only what you built. You can't hear silence anymore, because every time it gets quiet, your mind gets loud. You hear every regret, every missed chance, every wasted hour. And you drown it again with noise, music, memes, reels, comfort. You keep running from your thoughts, but they always find you when the lights go off. Remember when you had dreams? Not goals, dreams. Raw, wild, impossible ones. You were supposed to build something, to be something. But somewhere between likes and views, you stopped building. Now those dreams just collect dust inside you. And every day you ignore them, they fade a little more. There comes a moment when pretending doesn't work anymore. You can't fake focus. You can't fake progress. And one night it hits you that the person you wanted to be is slipping away. That pain you feel, that's your potential screaming. The first step to freedom is control. Not of the world, but of your impulses. You won't wake up motivated. You won't feel ready. You'll just start because you're tired of being a slave to your mind. That moment when you take control back is the moment your real life begins. Everyone talks about discipline, but they don't tell you. Discipline is pain. It's the art of doing what's right when everything inside you wants to stop. You won't love it. You'll hate it. But every time you win that silent battle, you build something stronger than motivation. You build self-respect. When you start improving, you'll lose people, not because they hate you, but because you remind them of what they're avoiding. You'll eat alone, work alone, sleep with your thoughts and doubts. But that's how warriors are made, in silence, not in company. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Every failure, every rejection, every lonely night is shaping you into something harder to break. Stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? Because pain builds strength, and strength builds freedom. You can't escape the system, but you can reset your place in it. Unfollow noise, starve the dopamine loops, feed your mind with silence, with creation, with focus. When you disconnect from what's fake, you reconnect with what's real. It's not the big changes that save you. It's the small ones. 1 extra hour of deep work, 1 book instead of a scroll, 1 day of consistency when you didn't feel like it. You won't notice it today, but 1 year later, you'll be unrecognizable. You'll fight that lazy, weak version of yourself every day. Some days you'll win, some days you'll lose, but every battle makes you aware that you can choose. And choice is the birth of power. At some point, everything stops. The noise, the chaos, the pretending. And in that silence, you finally hear the truth, that no one is holding you back anymore. No one but you. You realize you've been asleep with your eyes open, and this is the moment you wake up. Life isn't about chances, it's about choices. Every day you choose between comfort and growth, between scrolling and creating, between fitting in and standing out. Most people choose comfort and call it happiness, but the rare ones choose pain and call it purpose. You don't need a new year, you need one day where you finally say, enough. One day where you do what you said you'd do, where you stop waiting for motivation and act out of discipline. That's the day everything changes, because your 20s don't disappear in one moment, they fade, one tomorrow at a time. You rebuild your 20s piece by piece. You fix your sleep, you sharpen your body, you feed your mind. You build something that doesn't depend on trends, but on truth. It won't be easy, but every brick you lay now becomes the foundation for the rest of your life. You'll go through months where no one understands you, where it feels like no one sees your effort. But that's not punishment, it's preparation. While they chase distractions, you'll be mastering your craft. While they talk, you'll be building. And when the world finally looks for something real, you'll already be it. You'll start to crave silence more than noise, books more than validation, peace more than attention. You'll realize your 20s were never about proving yourself. They were about finding yourself. And once you do, you stop chasing what's shiny and start building what's lasting. Strength isn't loud, it's quiet. It's the calm you hold when everything falls apart. It's the focus you keep when no one's watching. It's the discipline to move when no one claps. Your 20s are where you build that, where you harden your mind and soften your ego. Funny thing about time, when you waste it, it flies. When you use it, it slows down. The more present you become, the more life you actually live. So stop counting years. Start measuring moments. Moments of creation, courage, stillness. That's what makes a life worth remembering. And now it burns quietly. Not for validation, not for approval, but for you. You found your purpose again. And this time, you won't lose it. One day, you'll look back at your 20s and smile. Not because they were easy, but because you survived them with purpose. You'll realize the truth. You were never wasting your 20s. You were forging yourself for the decades to come. So stop waiting for the perfect time, because this, right now, is your time. Don't waste your 20s seeking comfort when they were meant to make you powerful.